Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Pe0ple. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we're talking something very important, and it's about something that happened during a meeting, right? Black man was kicked out of a county meeting for protesting a speaker's use of N-word. I mean, constantly using the N-word in presence of an African American. And he did not find that funny, right? He protested and he was shut down severally. And guess what? The speaker of the county actually called the security on him. He was taken away. Then I am asking, why do they allow a speaker use such word in a meeting? Like they were having, it was a forum in an open place, and he was not sanctioned, but this person speaking against it was walked out of the forum. And I am asking you, can't you all do better? I mean, all your ray and season is all showing. The glow, it shows. I see it. It's written all over you. Because I don't see how someone will be using so many racial slurs in a forum. And he was not cautioned. But the person that spoke against it was thrown away, because he was like thrown away by the security. Why? Because he is disturbing. And the person, the red and seasoned person, was not. It is okay to use some racial slurs on African Americans. I mean, that is disgusting. You all can do better. Stay good to the screen. I'm going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comments.
Good evening. Welcome to the North States News at 5:30 on a terrific Tuesday. I'm Mike Mangus. Drama at the Shasta County Board of Supervisors meeting today when during public comment a man used the N-word, and then someone was ejected from the chambers, but it wasn't him.
I'm not a fool. I'm not an and I want. That's right.
Hello. Shut up.
Make
Shut the hell up.
Please, from the chamber,
Get the
please.
hell out of here. You racist piece of shit.
We will have order in the room. Nathan.
I use the term for ignorance. Not.
Get out.
Shut up.
Get out.
Anyway,
Nathan, if you're gonna continue to break out, we will ask you to leave. You're disrupting the meeting.
The speaker, Pe0ple, immediately verbally confronted by Nathan Blaze, an African-American Air Force veteran who says this happened on Memorial Day. Using that word was condemned by at least 2 board members and other public speakers.
I want to go back to a comment that was made earlier. I want to apologize, hopefully on behalf of this entire board, for the language that was used. Racism sucks. There's no place for it in this day and age, and I am shocked when we heard it here today. And again, I apologize to each and every one in this room for what you heard.
We need to monitor what is being said in this boardroom, and if someone acts out, they need to be immediately, the microphone needs to be turned off, and they need to be asked to leave.
But the constitutional right of free speech is not unlimited. You can't yell fire in this crowded room, or it's disturbing the peace to use offensive words that are likely to result in a violent reaction. You know, that we don't tolerate that kind of language here. You should gavel that down and shut it down.
Pe0ple was allowed to finish because Board Chair Patrick Jones says even though it may be abhorrent, it's a First Amendment right for anyone to say anything. Blaze, however, was escorted from the chambers for being disruptive.
Under our own county policies, what you cannot do is disrupt this meeting. And any loud outbursts from the chamber floor is a disruption of the meeting, which is not allowed, and I will ask you to leave if you do so. These are the constitutional rights. If we respect everybody, again, you are doing it again, Mr. Blaze. Deputy, can we escort Mr. Blaze out of the building.
I spoke with him outside where he said he was trying to calm himself down.
Patrick Jones goes and defends his First Amendment right, basically says that if there's nothing wrong with him saying the N-word and using that type of hate speech, that type of rhetoric, and then I out of turn, spoke to Patrick Jones and said, so it's okay to use the N-word, but it's not okay for me to do what I'm doing right now is what you're saying. You're defending this man in his Nazi hate speech.
Finally, here are the rules, verbatim from the speaker request form. Each person who addresses the Board of Supervisors shall not use loud, threatening, profane, or abusive language which disrupts or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the board meeting is prohibited. Now, Nathan Blaze told me this afternoon he's already contacted an attorney and is drafting letters to Shasta County, the grand jury, the ACLU, and the NAACP.
I'm not a and I want. That's right.
Yes, you heard that right. That man is Exp0sing, and he said the N-word during the Shasta County Board of Supervisors meeting. And I need you all to watch that entire video so you can see how disgustingly this was handled. Because after he said that, and the crowd rightfully was disgusted and calling him to get kicked out, board chair Patrick Jones decided to kick out the people who were rightfully calling out the use of hateful language. Patrick Jones allowed Exp0sing to finish his comments and stayed throughout the entire meeting, but kicked out the people who spoke out against it because they were disrupting the meeting. And he excused his actions by saying that the hateful comments made by Exp0sing were protected under the First Amendment. And obviously people present did not agree with that, so everybody else who got up to speak called him out for aligning with racism. He needs to step down as chair.
So instead of kicking out the racist man for using the F slur and N slur, he decides to kick out the guy who's upset about it, who happens to be black as well. So it's very obvious to me that this chairman, Patrick Jones, is racist and is my racist of the day. Because this is BS. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and make sure you guys like and follow. Let me show you what
Now I want to address something that he said. Alex stated that he was using the word to mean ignorant. Please stop and read all definitions of the N-word. Ignorant is not one of them. Now let's take a look. Did the definition of the N-word change? There is a widespread belief that the original meaning of the N-word is an ignorant person. We do not know the source of these beliefs, but they are not accurate. There has never been a definition like an ignorant person for this word in any subsequent dictionary published by this company. Nor do we know of such a definition in any earlier dictionary. Ignorance is not a definition of the N-word. It never has been. It is simply something that people told themselves and others so that they could continue using the word. Let's go ahead and put that to rest. This display was America in a nutshell. If you're watching this and you've never been to the United States and you're wondering how it is, this is exactly how it is. This sums it up perfectly.
And I'm telling you straight up, I'm not a fool. I'm not a
Jesus H. Christ. The man, the townhouse cracker that used the N-word boldly like that, was allowed to stand up there and continue on. And the person, the man that stood there and said, or sat there and said, no, we're not going to do this, and protested. He was the one that was made to leave. So this is where we are in this country, that racists, flat out racists, are allowed to stand there and use the N-word boldly and proudly, while people who protest against it and say, this is not acceptable, we're not going to allow this, no, they're kicked out, and the security takes them out. This is bullshit. We've got to stop this. We've got to start standing up to authority that allows this and allows these people that are so emboldened that they can use this type of language.
So this, excuse me, this is all we got from the stitches, and you all can see it happened in an open place, like a public forum. It is not in a hidden place. It did not happen in his secret bedroom or somewhere. It's happened where people were, right? And the person calling out his BS, an African American, was the one calling out on his BS, right? On the forum. And he was kicked out for speaking up
And I'm
against
telling you straight up,
racism,
I'm not
right?
a fool. I'm not
And
a...
the speaker,
Jesus H.
woo,
Christ.
said he is
The man,
disrupting
the townhouse
the
cracker
forum.
that
He
used
is
the N-word
disrupting the meeting.
boldly like
And for
that
that reason,
was
he
allowed
was
to stand up
walked
there and
out.
continue on. And the person,
I mean,
the man
how
that
is
stood
this
there and said, or
okay?
sat there and said,
How
no,
is
no, we're
it
not going to do
okay
this,
to
and
openly,
protested. He was the one that was made to leave. So this is where we are in this country, that racists, flat out
insult
racists, are allowed
somebody?
to stand there and use
Because
the
it
N-word
is an
boldly
insult.
and
It is a
proudly, while
disrespect.
people
And they openly
who
did that.
protest
That
against it
is
and
to
say
show
this is
you
not
that
acceptable,
the speaker
we're not going to allow
also,
this, we're not,
the
no,
speaker of the
they're
county is
kicked
also
out,
a
and
racism.
the security
Yeah, because there is no how
takes them
something like
out.
this will be happening
This
under
is
his own
bullshit. We've got to
watch.
stop this.
And instead of
We've
him
got
to
to start
tackle what
standing up
happened,
to authority that
and
allows
he is
this and
tackling the
allows these
person
people that are
speaking
so
up,
emboldened that they
because
can
he
use
is the one
this type of
receiving
language.
it. And he was walked out. I mean, you all can really do better. Can't you all? Can't you all really do better? This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the support, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.